Gotta do the little check to make sure I'm actually live. Because OBS has changed and I want to make sure this is right. So let me just double check that. All right, we are live. Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Raquel Teaches Web Development. My name is Raquel, and today I'm going to be teaching you about CSS borders and the border color property. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Let's switch over here to the screen. So let me just show you this first. So we're going to start off with just a pretty plain Jane page, right? So I've added some paragraphs here to this page so you can see, what it's going to look like after we apply the border color property. The border color property. So let's go ahead and click and go to the code. So here's the code for the content, the paragraphs that have been set up. And then over here is the style sheet. And so let me just uncomment this first style so you can see it. But the way that the border color is set on an element using CSS is by using this property right here. It's called the border color property, okay? And that border color property has to be added after you do the border style property. Remember, I talked about this in the previous tutorial, but border style property has to be set first before you can set the border color property. And so the border color property you can add values to it using a number of methods. So the first one I'm going to show you is just using the name of a color. So for this first paragraph element, I just added the color red by using the word red. So I'm going to go ahead and save this uncommented style. And let's go over here to the web page and refresh it. And you'll see that it applied a red border. Okay. And so when it comes to the border color property, you can set the color either using the name or using a hex code, like in this next example for the blue border. Let's save that and refresh. Okay, you see that that's a blue border there with the hex color. You can also use RGB colors, right, as in this purple example here. And if you need to refresh on that, just make sure to watch the tutorial on CSS colors. But it's pretty straightforward to implement these color codes. But that's what the purple border looks like. Okay, and the same as with other CSS properties, the border color property can have up to 4 values because the border color can be different for each side of the element. And so in this next example, you'll see that you can apply a different color to each side of the element, and you can use the different color formats. It does not have to be all the same format, be it the name of the color, the hex code, the HSL, the RGB, etc. It can be a mix of all of those, and it will still apply the colors as you specify those color values. So let's go ahead and save this change to the style sheet, and when we refresh the page, we'll see that multiple colors are applied to the element, right? So you can see right here that it's red to the top, blue to the right side, green to the bottom, and purple to the left, okay? So the border color property works pretty much in the same fashion as other border properties in CSS, right? You can specify the color in multiple formats. You can specify it to apply only specific colors to a certain side of the element, okay? But that's pretty much how CSS border color works, right? You just always have to make sure that you first set the border style property and give that a value. And then once you set the border style property, you can set the border color property and give that a value as well. And then you can achieve the looks that you want. So that's pretty much it for border colors. Nice and easy peasy. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please go ahead and hit like on the video. And subscribe to the channel. And if you know anyone that might find this tutorial helpful, feel free to go ahead and share it with them and encourage them to like and subscribe to the channel as well. It's greatly appreciated and helps let people know that I'm providing valuable content for you. Okay, so thank you for checking in on this Saturday morning, taking